Hi all, welcome to TCM Education. My name is Michael and I'm the analyst here on the channel. Those who forgot, TCM Education stands for the Charts Maverick, so TCM in short. That's why you're seeing a lot of charts here on the channel. I'm sorry if some viewers are bothered by watching too many charts, but that's trading. I mean, if you don't want to watch the charts, why bother being here anyway? Anyway. This video is all about the winners of last week. What can we expect from those winners coming into this week, which is basically the fourth week of the month. We traded anywhere between 13 and 18 of October. That was last week. Today is now already October 20th, so pretty much the last week of October, heading into the holiday seasons, and obviously the most important thing will be our next FOMC meeting next month. Okay, so who are the winners of last week, which is the topic of this video, and what is the criteria that I picked for the weekly winners? Again, this criteria may change, but again, it's very easy to comprehend. So market cap over 1 billion. Those who want to trade under look for stocks under 1 billion or for stocks over 1 billion, again, just change the number from 1 billion to 5 billion or to 500 billion. Again, very scalable. This is definitely scalable for this purpose. What I don't think is scalable is the volume. Although the volume here represents only Friday's volume, because I don't have an average volume for five weeks here on the platform, but 5 million is a nice number. You want to see and trade and invest, that's my opinion, okay, in stocks that are very liquid. So I think this is important. And obviously we don't want to deal with stocks under $10, which are very volatile by nature, and less populated by the institutional investors, which is also one of the criteria that we follow. So who are the winners, and basically what happened last week? So again, if we look without looking at the particular names, let's take a look at the industry that they belong to. And again, it's again and again this year, actually over the last couple of years, semiconductors, computer hardware, semiconductors, and software application is mainly Bitcoin. Metals and mining means also AI. In this year means AI related moves, and oil and gas and services and equipment is also AI related. Now sometimes we can see a name like Albertson on earnings, grocery stores. That's a weirdo here on the list. But basically, the list is populated with AI related symbols. So AI slash Bitcoin or crypto related symbols, and we have one, as you can see here, ACI, and we have a KNX, which is also on earnings. That's a trucking sector. Those are flops that normally don't populate the winners list. Okay, having said that, now let's move to the names. We're gonna look at the charts of 5 names out of this winning list. You can I cannot, of course, email this to you guys, those who even want it, but take a screen picture of it. It's right in front of you, and all you need is the first 5 or 10. I mean, you cannot follow on this list. There are 200 and nearly 300 symbols. Just follow the first 10 or 15 according to your time, how much time you want to devote to this, and your preferences. Most of those stocks have good or great liquidity. Now let's move into the charts. So NVTS, we're going to look at the 3-month chart, because this is what really is important. And we want to see one thing: pick up in volume. Hold on a second. Let me draw it. Okay, pick up in volume and pick up in the trading ranges. Obviously, when a stock is up nearly 3 digits, you can clearly see the huge pickup in volume here at the bottom of the chart, and the huge pickup in the trading range overall. So those are 5 magical days for NVTS. What are the news in NVTS? They opened up an AI, NVTS, launching 800 V volt, I think that means, or whatever it means, AI data center. So data centers, that means AI, that means ability to make money off searches, and whoever the customer is, I don't know, but that's none of our business. Our business is to now figure out a trade in NVTS if you are so interested. And obviously, actually this stock is, I'm surprised to see, also shortable. So if you think it's overextended, you're looking for a trade, it can go both ways. The liquidity is amazing, was amazing. Let's see if it keeps up, but NVTS clearly should be on your watch list. Okay, that's the number 1 winner last week. FLNC, utilities renewable sector. Let's take a look at the 3-month chart. Actually, this one, this stock pulled back Friday and Thursday and Friday, and it's also shortable as well. So Fluence Energy volume is good. I don't know about the intraday liquidity, but anything that's a long play after this pullback, I think should be taken into account for more upside. Volume really dried out a bit on these 2 sell-off days, but again, to me, I'd prefer obviously to look for a long trade. Again, there's a short report, Fluence Energy short interest at record highs. Makes sense, okay? So short sellers are approaching those stocks that have, actually this one is showing a profit. Well, I'm not going to dwell into that. This stock is definitely on, should be on your watch list. If we're looking at shareholders here, plenty of credible shareholders: Qatar Investment Authority, Vanguard, BlackRock, Siemens owns half of the company. That's obviously a leading German company. Bank of America is in. Let's round things up. Plenty of institutional investors are in the business of this company. As you can see, most of them are adding to their position. It's not a big deal. I mean, this is why the stock is up so much, not because me and you and some others are buying 500 shares. Okay, so that's regarding FLNC, the number 2 pick on the list. Number 3 is hold on a second. Number 3 is CRML. Wow, now we're dealing with a super volatile, crazy stock that belongs to the metal and mining sector, which was actually the reason why the markets dropped over the last week, or after Trump's tweet regarding China new tariffs. Anyway, what's happening here with this stock? A lot. Super volatile. It's also, as much as I remember, very well, not very, but it is spready. The volume and the reason why the stock is up so much, or one of the reasons in this case, it's the free float is only 57 million shares. It traded 37 million shares, so nearly half of the float, or more than half of the float, was traded, which is a lot. So that's why it lacks liquidity. I mean, the volume is very good, but the liquidity is lacking here. Now, looking for an entry point here, you really have to dig deep into the intraday chart. It's very volatile percentage-wise. Be very careful with this one. Actually, it's not shortable, so you don't have to worry about shorting it. Okay, let's move to number 4 on the list, BitDeer. To me, I think this is crypto storage or crypto bank or whatever they want to call it, BTDR. If we look at the chart of BTDR and why is the stock up so much, I mean, there was clearly a gap up. Gap up. Actually, the gap up was on Wednesday. Let me see if I can find the headline. Why the stock gapped up so much? Okay, I cannot find the reason why. Okay, that's probably on strong BitDeer Technology Group examining valuation after strong mining gains. Okay, so that's pretty much the news. The volume in this stock is good, liquidity is good. It pulled back from all-time highs 28 down to 24. Again, if you're in this business of looking for mining stocks or treasury stocks or Bitcoin treasury stocks, I guess this company is a combination of both. It took a dive on Bitcoin prices moving lower on Friday, but again, that's all I can say at this point. Shareholders, some Chinese shareholders are leading the charge here. All of those, and this is interesting to watch. I mean, those are not obviously not new data. The data is from 3 months ago, but take a look. All investors added, none sold. That's the data is going back to 3 months ago. So obviously that makes a point. We have BlackRock here, Bank of America. So a legit company as much as I see it. Look for an entry point long. You cannot short it anyway. Okay, Bloom Energy. This is clearly one of the biggest winners of the year. By far. Okay, the chart is unbelievable. If you go back a year and you can clearly see some trade ideas on the chart here that we posted months ago at 30 or whatever. We go back to June. The price in June, believe it or not, was 17. So and I can remember trading this stock at 10 a year ago. I think it was way lower. So whatever happened in this company, out of control at this point. I will be very cautious actually. Looks hyperextended. Who's making here or killed it? You can clearly see Columbia Management Investment. Actually, they took real profits off the table, maybe ahead of time. You can see Vanguard, Morgan Stanley, State Street, basically the whole bunch of culprits here. And if we're looking at again at the chart, amazing, nothing other than amazing. Now let's talk a little bit about the profile of this company, which is nothing other than spectacular. Whoever understands what this company is doing, good for you. I don't understand, but it's in the business of manufacturing installation of solid oxide fuel cell based power generation platform. Whatever that means, it means success, amazing returns for investors this year. I think it's looks to me like it's totally out of control right now, but again, if you're looking for an entry, I guess this one, I don't want to say it's gone because maybe it's going to be 300 in a couple of months, but I think definitely I would look for a deep pullback before looking for an entry here. That's my suggestion. Again, I don't understand anything about the business of BE and how AI is contributing into this unsustainable, I guess, run for the company at this point. Again, maybe things will clear out after earnings, whenever those are. So BE Energy should be on your watch list. I would be cautious about a position here because it looks hyperextended. And the last long call, let's move on. will be LBRT. Why LBRT? Just because of what happened on Friday, and this is earnings. Okay, so the result in LBRT, this 28% move on Friday, that's earnings. Whatever the news say, it doesn't matter. Investors piled into this stock. If you're gonna watch the 3-minute chart, you'll be amazed. It started actually with a gap down. That's the crazy thing here. Let's move to the 5-minute chart, so we'll see immediately the price action for the whole trading day, and you can clearly see that's the price action, and this is the gap down. But after the gap, during, I guess, what was the earnings call, things turned around. It broke 13, broke 14, broke 15, at one point broke 15.50. Question mark, what's going to happen? Is this short fueled run, or are we going to see more upside today? So that depends. I didn't see great news here on the read over the weekend. It actually cleared up and moved up 0.5% in the aftermarket as well. Okay guys, so we're done with the long list. We basically looked at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stocks out of a huge list. Do take a screen picture if you're interested, or use your own screen. I mean, my screening process is, like I said before, very simple, very simple. So mark again, on this list, the market cap is over 1 billion. The volume on the last trading day, which is Friday, at least 5 million, and the stock price over $10. You can add plenty of other ideas to the search, or filters to the search. Again, the idea here is to look at the best of the best. If you can look at the first 5, look at only 5. You can look at and analyze the first 20. And again, it's important also to look at the big names. So for example, I'm going to spend one more minute on this list. Micron. Okay, this is a large cap. Okay, you can see the market cap 227 billion. We consider a large cap anything that's above 100 million. So if you're into the large cap, just instead of 1, put here 50. You can put here 50, and then the list will shrink down substantially, but you'll get them and analyze only large caps. Okay, now let's move to the losing side of the market. Okay guys, so the criteria for the weekly loser stays the same. Okay, just I'm repeating it. Market cap over 1 billion, volume on Friday, which was the last trading day of the week, at least 5 million shares, and the price of the stock over $10. So again, flipping the list, the same matches that we found on the upside with the same criteria, flipping the list. So who are the losers? In this case, SOC, Stable Offshore. The reason for the loss, they lost in a legal battle with the California, with the authorities there in California. So that's why the stock is down so much for the week, down 35%. Astera Labs. Why is Astera Labs so got kicked real bad, down 22% for the week? I don't know. We read about it. Rare minerals and mining stocks are definitely going to a minor pullback. Those stocks were out of control. We have aerospace and defense, 3 stocks on the list: KTOS, Planet Labs, and Arcat, Red Cat. UPAT is also selling off after an amazing run. Tempus, pretty much the same, healthcare information services. So some stocks here ran totally out of control, and some stocks I guess are down because of earnings like Fasternal, and the list here is going to be populated more and more as we move further into the earnings season, which is picking up, is going to pick up substantially over the next this week already with Netflix and Tesla and IBM and so many other large caps, S&P 500 components, and the list will pick up, or sorry, the stocks that are reporting will pick up into the large cap of the Nasdaq next week. Okay, so let's take a look at the chart of SOC, see if we're looking for anything positive here. I mean, it's not shortable, at least on my platform, so more downside. Is it expected to deliver more downside? However, good news, at least short term, Energy Secretary posted positive for stable offshore, says Roth Capital. The stock is up nearly 5% in the aftermarket on Friday. So if you're looking for a cheap entry here in stable offshore, it's on the table. Astera Labs, why is this stock down so much? It gave down on actually on Tuesday. It was at all-time highs just 2 weeks ago at 260. Now down $100. Wow, are you kidding me? That's more than 1/3 of its value, and let's see why. Okay, so one of the headlines from 4 days ago extends losses, drops 19% on cutthroat GPU market. So maybe that's because of the competition in the GPU market, and they're clearly not winning it. The stock is down over the last 3 weeks. Yeah, more than 1/3 of its value, from all-time highs of 262 to 160 at the highs on Friday. Wow. But it's showing a hammer. For those who are looking for positive signals, it does show here a hammer exactly at the support level. Can it continue higher from this 160? Again, if you are into semiconductors, into these high beta trades, up to you. Anyway, it's definitely a stock that can move both sides of the market. At least it's not showing that like it is shortable on my platform. Let's move to the third stock, third loser this week. And guys, if you're interested in this setup, take a screen picture and follow those stocks. Keep in mind, again, if you really want to follow short trades, I would still say follow the shorts, the stocks that are reporting earnings and are moving down. Those are going to be probably the best movers, definitely intraday. So there will be more downside coming out of this list, and volatility maybe on both sides of the market. But being that we're approaching and we are already in the earnings season, and hundreds of stocks are reporting earnings, this should be, I think, your first focus. Okay, US Air, that's a industrial metals and mining company. You can clearly see, wow, the volatility, unbelievable. So it just traded last 1, 2, 3, 4 Monday. It was at 44 and nearly lost 50% of its value this week alone after trading at all-time highs. Again, high beta stocks, liquidity here is not that great. It has only a free float of 71 million shares, trades 20 million shares in volume, so spready, I'm guessing. I mean, as much as I remember, very tough, a very tough trade. However, those who picked it up at support, which was 14, had an amazing run in a month where the stock moves from 14, nearly tripled, actually tripled to 45, and now it's being half. So plenty of liquidity, plenty of crazy volatility here. NBIS, I think the NBIS has pretty much the same phenomenon as Astera Labs, all-time highs, and now pulling back. They had a great deal a couple of weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, that where the stock moved higher. That's I think it was an AI deal, if I remember it right. Don't remember which partners were in there. So this stock is, let me see the shareholders, actually kind of dominated by, still dominated by insiders here. Okay, and the profile of the company. Okay, AI, definitely AI related. I think if I'm not mistaken, that NVIDIA or its investment arm has also a share here on the company. So again, I don't see any reason for the pullback other than reading the headlines, other than profit taking here. I mean, the stock again doubled in the last month. Okay, moving on, and it is shortable, so you can trade it both sides of the market if you saw the desire. Number 5 on the list, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the list is NBIS, Nebius. This is another stock that delivered amazing move and is selling off with the rest of the sector. Let me see the profile. Let's see the profile of the company. Okay, this is space and satellite and all kind of products for the US Army or US military or whatever you want to call it. So again, if we're looking for an idea how to trade KTOS, a stock that is one of the biggest winners of the last 12 months by far. If you want to see the price section over the last 12 months, let's go back to December of last year. It was at in the 20s and ended up at nearly 112 this year. So basically a 500% move in 12 months. Is this stock a long play? I don't see an entry, but to me it should be a long play once it's going to hit some support level, wherever that's going to be, or earnings, whichever comes first. I mean, this is going to be interesting to watch on earnings. I mean, can earnings support such an extensive move higher over the last 12 months, 3 months, any time frame over the last week? And again, you can clearly see the pullback, huge move down from 112 to 80. So nearly 25% of its value, a quarter of its value vanished in 2 weeks. Not a surprise for not a surprise for those who are following those high-flying stocks. Okay, so that's the summary. I'm not gonna spend more time on the losers. This is the list. If you have the time, analyze. You can, like I said, change the market cap status here from or entry here from 1 billion to 500 million, or to 5 billion, or to 20 billion, or 100 billion if you only want to look at large caps. The only large cap that I see here on the list is, as you can see here, over 100 million. I see, okay, sorry, I see a couple of stocks. Let me point them out. So HIMS is over 100 million, and in where is it? Market cap, sorry. So it's not. Okay, ANET is over 180 billion. MMC is 92 billion. SIA, which also dropped this week on profit taking, that's Far East kind of eBay / Amazon type of a company, internet retail. I'm not sure if they're mimicking more Amazon or eBay. Down actually only 11% from all-time highs. That's not a big deal. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Do like and subscribe. Any question, requests with regard to additional or different weekly reports, daily reports, we're open to suggestions. Thanks for watching. Like I said, do like and subscribe, it's important to us, and we'll see you in our next video.